Alright. Hello everyone and now welcome to a game, Inspired versus Sheik. Sheik spawning as the yellow orc player who did choose random, so randomly getting orc in this human versus orc matchup. Meanwhile, Inspired on the other side here, other side of Tide Hunters 1.2, a little bit of a delayed altar of, nope, not a delayed altar of storms, it just felt delayed for a second. Let's see how far that is along to there. Yeah, just a little bit behind, not too bad. Perhaps my brain playing tricks on me when I was pausing to get everything set up. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. We're looking at a pretty standard altar of kings, barracks, and farm coming across from Inspired. Meanwhile, it looks like it will be Blade Master and Grunts coming across from Sheik. Not too big of a surprise at all, as well there is a lot of room to maneuver on this map. Blade Master able to get around quickly, but also so is the Farseer. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a swap here. Let's see, what is the hero going to be? It is going to be a Farseer. Alright, yeah, so for some reason, without the lumber mill, I was thinking that he was going to go Farseer, but based on Tide Hunters and the creeps available on the map, it does make sense to go Farseer, one lone grunt, maybe even two grunts before getting up that war mill. Anyways, coming back down to the south side here, Inspired, getting that Archmage and those footmen will be trying to clear out some local creep camps before the Farseer gets in with that harassment. The Farseer, and the Orc army in general doesn't have the benefit of these early militia, these early peasants who are just so gung-ho to jump into battle. And because of all of these peasants here, you can actually clear out the much more difficult creep camps earlier on. Sacrificial footmen getting called to play a game of tag with the rock golem there, leaving behind the Forest Troll High Priest. The Forest Troll High Priest gonna take quite a bit of damage and does get inner fire, but with that much militia focusing it down, it does end up getting finished off pretty quickly. Coming back around, Archmage gonna go after the Rock Golem creep camps here and that Forest Troll Trapper. Farseer nearby wants to get in that last hit. Are we gonna pick up the Surge Bone Chimes? Yes, we are. There's level 2 on the Archmage already. And with that, with so many militia, the Farseer has to wait for those militia to get back into their peasant form before trying to really engage. Are we going to see the death of a peasant? Yes, we are. One right there. And now, more peasants trying to dive in. Arcane Tower not yet completed. Just finished the Scout Tower, now upgrading to Arcane Tower, as the Archmage is, dealing damage back towards these units again. This is a pretty interesting fight here. The footmen, because of their Scourge Bone Chimes, are able to regenerate a little bit of hit points, and the Archmage himself, though, is taking quite a bit of damage. Archmage trying to catch up to that Farseer. Farseer, however, pretty fast, able to get away as the Archmage gets tripped up on his own footman temporarily. Alright. Spirit Wolves just doing a little bit of poke damage back on that Archmage now. Tech to tier 2. Getting started, quarter of the way done. Inspired looks like he wants to try and clear out this 3 o'clock expansion location. Archmage now down to 158 hit points. Footman now going to be coming back around. And now here we go. Are we going to see the dropping of a water elemental? That's the question. The Archmage actually wants to be close by as the Spirit Wolves are about to come to an end. Alright, Grunt, is it going to get taken down? One or two more shots could finish off the Grunt. There goes the Grunt there. Archmage down to 51 hit points. Are we going to see some Gloves of Haste? Yeah, there's a pickup right there. There's a water elemental drop off as the Spirit Wolves are now giving chase again. Archmage down to 42 hit points and still trying to run laps to stay alive. Not in a comfortable situation at all. An Arcane Vault will need to be added. And, trying to stay away from where that Farseer could possibly be as well. All right. Where is that footman? The footman coming back across over here, but there was a juke by Sheik going around the other way purposely as the Archmage now down to 60 hit points again. All right, so the footmen are looking for the Farseer. Farseer doubles back around. Archmage was trying to lead the Farseer towards his own footman, and I guess Sheik had thought of this and decided to back away. Near Arcane Tower, oh, this is going to be a bad news. Archmage buys a Clarity Potion and a Scroll of Regeneration. Going to be forced to use that by itself here. There are some repairs there, but the Headhunters are now nearby. Remember, the Scout Tower actually has light armor while getting upgraded, and because of that, takes bonus damage from the Headhunter. Archmage now looking to, well, move around once more. There is a Cloak of Shadows. Interestingly enough, that would actually be a pretty awesome pickup for the Archmage to pick up that Cloak of Shadows and then, well, hide temporarily. Are we going to see a Scroll of Regeneration being used? No, we are not. The Militia are now fighting back across here, and it looks as though that one militia is going to be able to stay alive long enough. There's that Scroll of Regeneration. Cloak of Shadows is still off to the side. Farseer, after all this time, still sitting at level 1. But what is this? Sheik opting to transition into a Fire Lord. Alright, Fire Lord, well, is going to be very vulnerable to the Scout Tower, Arcane Tower, but, well, that means it has to be finished upgrading first, and it doesn't look like it's going to be, well, upgraded anytime soon. Archmage shows up to the party, but a little bit late there. Headhunter going to be able to get taken down by the Archmage, no deny, as a Lava Spawn back across here, perhaps trying to get in some splits. All right, Lava Spawn does scoot a little bit faster than the Water Elemental, able to get a little bit of distance and separation. Are we going to see a split here? That is the question, as a second Lava Spawn now quickly summoned up. Archmage could be in a little bit of trouble still, is not at tier 2, can't buy potions of healing. This Water Elemental isn't even engaged in the fight off to the side here. Inspired, well, just trying to keep his Archmage alive while not maximizing the usefulness of all of his summoned units. A little bit of damage coming back around here. A peasant joining in there on the battle gets the final shot off once more. Archmage shows up, gonna try and summon up some more water elementals, cause some problems there as the Headhunter and Spirit Wolves are still chasing down the Archmage. This is dual level 1 heroes going up against a level 3, as the Archmage doesn't have Boots of Speed, remember. Without Boots of Speed, can't get real separation across from these other units, as he's still playing a game of pretty much ring around the tide pools, trying to get away. All right, coming back around, you can see that Scout Tower is still just desperately trying to get up and operational. Are we going to get a repair? Yes, we are. Archmage now being forced to retreat back again, unable to visit the Arcane Vault. And meanwhile, down to the south side here, we are running off of double racks and getting up a lumber mill. All right, repairs are going to be necessary. Headhunters trying to get pushed back. There they go. Scout Tower down to 180 hit points. Perhaps getting Masonry upgrade would be helpful. Archmage shows up only to draw aggro and then pull away again, as this Arcane Tower is nearly done. All right, one Arcane Tower nearly done. Going to get in a little bit of feedback damage there. Footman trying to go after this Fire Lord, but the Fire Lord does have that, has that regeneration from the healing salve. Arcane Tower, both Arcane Towers are up, and now Sheik, well, window of opportunity of being able to deal damage has shrunk greatly. Archmage down to 37 hit points. What is it doing? Oh, it Cloaks of Shadow. Oh, is the Fire Lord nearby? Yes, the Fire Lord is nearby, but no Dust of Appearance. And what is going on here? Are we going to see a reveal at the laboratory or something else? As this Feral Spirit is just going to disappear here in just a second. Level 1 Farseer after 8.5 minutes. Archmage, well, just trying to figure out a way to regenerate hit points, as we're looking at a Blacksmith, upgrade the tier 2, and, well, probably needs to get some healing as well. It feels like Sheik has been pushing with this level 1 heroes for far too long, and now has to figure out a new strategy. Also, you can see Inspired purposely limiting the surface area on these guard towers, or on this town hall already, placing down additional farms and this blacksmith, and that's all going to be within range of this guard tower here. So the amount of damage able to be done is going to be, well, greatly reduced. There's a Scroll of Regeneration here, a couple of ensnares going down. Archmage purposely, well, using that Cloak of Shadows there, and are we going to see some fighting going back and forth? Yes, Arcane Vault is trying to be repaired. Archmage is is hiding off on the side here. Does have Cloak of Shadows, going to try and engage. There's some more repairs. Level 1 Masonry upgrade was completed, so that could help here, and that is keeping the Arcane Vault currently alive. A little bit more extra hit points and also more damage reduction as we're looking at the repairs still coming through. Arcane Tower finding those targets. We're looking at a couple of lava spawns being left in the back here, perhaps after they split, not joining the main attack control group. Archmage still hiding in the back position. Water Elementals just coming over to, well, establish a little bit of not even dominance at this point, just trying to buy a little bit of time. Another ensnare goes down, and, well, the Raiders are going to try and put pressure here. All right. Arcane, or this outpost is fairly well protected. Main base, not nearly as much so. Only 2 guard towers, no arcane vault, but the reinforcements could become a bit of a problem. Our guard tower, arcane tower is getting in some easy shots onto those raiders, as the raiders are now pulling back again. Water Elemental here not engaging for some reason. Could have just auto-attacked a little bit and trying to get some damage. Sheik's lava spawn's able to split, so that is a big deal. Whenever they split, they're able to heal up a little bit of damage again. Archmage continuing all of this fight. 47 compared to 40 supply. Inspired is actually behind in terms of the race here as the Archmage gets up to level 4. All right, supply count are a big problem. There goes another lava spawn there. The lava spawns each could get finished off pretty quickly. More units going to come over to engage. That lava spawn just, well, it turns into a molten rock. I guess that's what it was. So it turns into a normal rock as the, well, peasant or the footman now looking to finish off a couple of these raiders again. There goes another as the Farseer gets up to level 3. So level 3 Farseer, level 2 Firelord, nearly level 3 as more militia being called over. And then now this is just, well, capturing some of these units in position here. Farseer may be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal down to 95 hit points. And there's the Scroll of Town Portal at pretty much the last possible moment. All right. Wow. Talk about a lucky run for that militia. Militia's trying to run away from a raider, and the raider says, I almost got him, almost there, and gets teleported away by the Scroll of Town Portal. Now, has Inspired got to a point where he has finally stabilized? Outpost is established. He is at tier 2, getting up an Arcane Sanctum, has some Riflemen, getting dual Arcane Sanctums in fact, and now getting level 2 Masonry upgrades to try and deal with the onslaught of these raiders who like to do hit and runs. With that said though, Firelord is now sitting at level 3 as well. We are looking at, well, level 2 Incinerate, so that could turn against all of the militia that Inspired has been calling to arms from the main base. All right. Mountain King nearly at level 2 picks up a Ring of Protection +4, and we're going to go into an engagement now. Archmage already in a little bit of trouble. There's a Stormbolt there. Damage racking up. Archmage trying to get away as the, well, units are just engaging back and forth. Are we going to see the Raider? No, Raider does not get shot in the back there. Ranged upgrades is completed on these Riflemen, but the Raider able to back up in time. All right, Spirit Wolf easily taken down. More damage getting racked up. Barracks not done with that level 2. Well, now done with that level 2 upgrade on the Masonry, so the Raiders are just doing a little bit more poking damage, and Sheik does in fact have Pillage to make these, well, make these hit and run tactics a bit more viable. Coming back through. All right, easy takedown of a Dire Wolf here. This second barracks could get finished off. We are looking at Spirit Link across the Raiders. Well, apparently there's a pause in the game. All right, so gonna go ahead and get ready again. Both sides fighting their way through. Mountain King gonna try and finish off. There goes one. There is the Mountain King. Thunderclap should be inbound, and look at that level 1 Thunderclap, maximizing that damage there, and also being able to mitigate quite a bit of damage by adding in invisibility and also just slowing the attack speed of that many units. 48 supply compared to 61. Inspired playing a great game after being up against the ropes, fighting his way out, and now taking the army size advantage, 61 compared to 48, and quickly closing the hero level experience advantage as well. Mountain King may be able to get to level 3 off of this creep camp here. A couple of Null Assassins left. Pendant of Energy, and that is going to be a big item. Pendant of Energy, adding in with level 2 Thunderclap, those Raiders and Grunts, well, are going to be taking a lot of slow claps. Meanwhile, where is the Archmage? Archmage, well, back across here, gonna perhaps give some Clarity Potions. Is there a Scroll of Regeneration? No. Clarity Potions, Potions of Mana to that Mountain King. Mountain King already up to 200 or 370 max capacity, and with also, well, a Brilliance Aura, the Mountain King should be looking pretty strong. Are we gonna see a Stormbolt? No, we are not. No invisibility on that Mountain King, as we see a Headhunter, well, coming in from the wrong direction. Footmen do have Defend, able to reflect back some of that damage. There's a Stormbolt onto a Grunt there, and that's going to be a Thunderclap after the choice engagement. Mountain King, well, looking to be a little bit of a trouble here, trying to fight his way through, is ensnared, and uses another Thunderclap there, slowing back a bunch of units again as the Mountain King it was using Cloak of Shadows temporarily. There's another Thunderclap again, and that Mountain King is just playing his game beautifully, getting in a couple of disenchants also across all that Spirit Link, trying to remove it. There goes another Thunderclap again. Mountain King could be in trouble, down to 35 hit points, and able to, well, back away. Beautifully played game by Inspired. A lot of low hit point peasants here, but that Mountain King, in conjunction with Cloak of Shadows and the Sorceress's invisibility, able to get enough Thunderclaps off to really whittle away at this Orc army. Looking back across here as well, yeah, level 5, level 3 going up against dual level 3 heroes. It really did look dicey for Inspired for some time at the Expo, until both, even after both Arcane Towers were up and that Guard Tower, there was the possibility of Raiders being able to just raid and take down the base before Inspired could really get for the Expo to pay for itself. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.